Hi there, viewers and gamers alike, and guess what? I'm back for more of Arkham Twin Days for the time being, so why not we doing the multi-crossover and lore of here in Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. So, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Can't believe you know this, but we're going to talk, for the first topic, we're going to talk about Marvel of Venom's most deadliest enemies ranked. So, despite his powers and psychotic ferociousness, Venom had quite a lot of trouble tackling these deadly enemies. Eddie Brock made a few friends when he bonded with the alien symbiote, which attempted to take over Peter Parker. When the two bonded, they became the villain / anti-hero Venom, who shared a deep-seated hatred of Spider-Man for different reasons. Eventually, Brock would call a truce with the web slinger and leave New York to combat crime as a vigilante. Well, yeah, but not like quite as Batman, but as an anti-hero, I mean Venom, if you want to know. So there are 10 things you didn't know about Venom. 10 things you didn't know about Venom. Along the way, Venom met up with a host of domestic and otherworldly foes, if you want to know, some of which were more than a match, despite his powers and psychotic ferociousness, if you want to know. Venom had quite a lot of trouble tackling these 10 deadly enemies, which have been ranked by their danger quotient, if you want to know. Quotient! So get used to it. Number 10 is the Sin Eater. That's right, Sin Eater. After the first Sin Eater, Emil Gregg, was defeated, a war veteran named Michael, if I get this name right, if you want to know, Michael Engelschwert. Yeah, it sounds German. Michael Engelschwert. So, yes. Michael Engelschwert took up the mantle to become a copycat killer who continued his tradition. He turned his sights on Eddie Brock's ex-lover, Anne Wei Ying, inflicting her with a near-fatal shotgun blast that almost killed her. And yes, this is Arkham Twin Days, and this is Alliance Teen, if I want you to know. Alliance Teen, not Alliance Youth. Alliance Teen. Understand this. Because what I'm telling you about this story is Arkham. Everything is Arkham. Venom soon learned that the Sin Eater was in fact a copycat, but no less lethal than his predecessor. With special ops training and a cunning strategic mind, the Sin Eater nearly killed Venom on multiple occasions, including a suicide via a bomb strapped to his chest. Yeah, when I say this, the story from what I tell you is Arkham from a source that I picked up, it's Arkham from a source. Number 9 is the Demi-Goblin. The events of the Enemy Within brought the Demi-Goblin into Venom's world. Not the Hobgoblin, not the Green Goblin. I said the Demi-Goblin, or Demo-Goblin, if you like to call it, waving a tale of the supernatural. While the Demo-Goblin, or Demi-Goblin's true agenda would be revealed at the end of the issue, number 3, he gave Venom quite a fight in the meantime. The Demo-Goblin, or Demi-Goblin's fire-based pumpkin bombs and demonic powers. Of course, he is from Marvel, Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man and Venom, if you want to know, on that name of the game, if you want to know. He's also in the comic books of the Marvel Comics. Were extremely strong against Venom. Not to mention his control of the goblin hordes, who were able to utilize their wailing screams as a sonic weapon. In the end, the Demo goblin had no true axe to grind with Venom. But if the two ever made it personal, Venom would have quite a fight on his hands. So, there you go. He would give a run for his money because it will go very ugly. Number 8, your friendly neighborhood superhero Spider-Man. Peter Parker first encountered the alien symbiote costume during the Secret Wars storyline and kept it as his new suit after returning to Earth. At first, he was thrilled with the new powers and abilities the suit granted him, but he soon realized that it was a living organism attempting to take over his mind and bond permanently with him. Oh yeah, after ridding himself of the suit, it was fused with Eddie Brock to create the original Venom. Throughout the years, Spider-Man and Venom have toggled between uneasy truces and brutal battles. Yeah, I mean, talk about a love-hate friendship type of thing. Like, you know, Kane and Daniel Bryan. Yeah, that kind. Yeah, but anyways, besides WWE, throughout, if he remains one of Venom's deadliest foes, if you want to know, which it does due to his intimate knowledge of the symbiote life form, including their weaknesses. Should Spider-Man ever make the call, he could arguably kill Venom by utilizing a special weapon to compensate for his lesser strength. Number 7, the Stalkers. Venom and Vengeance teamed up in Knights of Vengeance to battle an intergalactic criminal group known as the Stalkers, who were being usurped by a living alien techno matter that took over their bodies and turned them into something much more dangerous. So yeah, I think it was like body snatching, only even worse. These new Stalkers were keen on hunting an entire human race, forcing Venom and Vengeance to wipe them out. The battle was grueling, but it was nothing compared to the final Stalker, a human named Trent, who absorbed everything the alien race had left to offer. This incredibly powerful Stalker took on Venom and Vengeance simultaneously, easily gaining the upper hand. Venom finally stabbed the Stalker with his own energy lance before igniting it and causing it to explode. Without the weapon, the Stalker might have won the fight. So yeah, this is why I say everything is Arkham and this is a Lion's Teen. You get the idea? And those who are fans of Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and Japanese anime, you know where to find me. Right here. Multi-crossover and more and lore of this ultimate Arkhamverse. Right here at Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. Number 6 is Rune. Venom would eventually cross paths with Malibu Comics' Rune, a vicious vampire demon who managed to bond with an alien symbiote to produce a terrifying killing machine. His near-identical physical appearance caused Venom to be blamed for Rune's campaign of mass murder throughout Manhattan. The two would square off, and Venom found himself unprepared for Rune's sheer strength, cunning, and physic attacks. Or should I say, psychic attacks. Not physic attacks, my bad. Psychic attacks! Psychic! Blaming Venom for his betrayal on the symbiote race, he kidnapped An Wei-Ying in an attempt to draw him out. Again, yeah, An Wei-Ying. That is a love interest for Eddie Brock, if you want to know. Someone's in love here. The two battle viciously until Rune tore his symbiote through a Stargate, just as he was about to murder Anne, banishing him to another dimension, which, of course, that kind of absolutely happened on the rune of the comic of the name of the Malibu comics, if you want to know. Pretty interesting, but that comic book is absolutely very Arkham, if you want to know. That is true. Number 5 is Scream. I'm pretty sure you might know who Scream is for those who read the Marvel comics. Few of Venom's enemies are as deadly as the original Scream, one of his symbiotes who joined with the woman known as Donna Diego. That's right, the name of Donna Diego. Originally recruited by the Life Foundation, so yeah, I'm pretty sure you might know, an organization dedicated to preserving the world elite in case of a nuclear holocaust. Diego was fused with the symbiote to become Scream. Things got off to a bad start when her natural antagonism towards Venom spilled over to her fellow symbiotes Agony, Lasher, Riot, and Phage. Yeah, the other symbiote characters, if you want to know, of the symbiote family, which, mind you, they are in it. Woo! Killing them all with a sonic knife. Yes, there are weapons that call the name Sonic Weapons, if you want to know. Add that name and it fits to the description. Diego sought to blame their deaths on Venom, who retaliated before suffering a similar fate. Her mental instability, if you want to know, from the symbiote bonding made her extremely lethal. She was later murdered by Venom after he lured her into a trap. So yeah, this is why it's Arkham, if you want to know that, because Arkham Twin Days will be shown in the evenings of the stories of the ultimate Arkhamverse of multi-crossover and lore. Number 4, Juggernaut. When Juggernaut was hired by Scarmore, CEO Charles Evans, if you want to know who that is, to deal with those initiating a lawsuit against his company, Venom's lover Beck Underwood, another one of Venom's / Eddie Brock's love interests, and you thought he's not, and you thought he has more than one lover, right? Wrong! Because guess who that relates to? Became one of the targets, Beck Underwood. Venom intervened and battled the Juggernaut several times with no decisive victor. Juggernaut's sheer brute and strength was enough to bat Venom around like a toy, which only increased his anger. His retaliatory strikes were powerful, but hardly a match for the Juggernaut. Because the Juggernaut is like that strong, if you want to know who the Juggernaut is. An arch enemy of Professor Xavier, Charles Xavier, if you want to know, from the X-Men. Still, his intensity proved too much. And the Juggernaut gave up the frustration, abandoning his contract. It's like I giving up the bounty. So abandon the bounty and just don't collect. And please don't call me in the morning. General Orwell Taylor. Yes, General Orwell Taylor. The man known as General Taylor was a high-ranking officer in the U.S. Army. He's number 3, who had ties to the Vault, a prison for superpowered beings. Remember when I say think of it as like Arkham Asylum, which it is. His son Hugh was the first officer to be killed inadvertently by Venom during his escape, causing Taylor to hate him. To enact a plan of revenge, Taylor created the Jury, a contingent of highly trained guardsmen with specialized armor taken from Tony Stark's own designs, if you want to know. The jury were equipped with sonic and flame weapons in addition to their armor features, making them highly dangerous. That'll give you a flying, burning sensation and not leave you in the morning for having your ears being ringed out loud. Ouch! Number 2, Pyre. It's Pyre, capital Pyre, if you want to know. So get that. That's the name. One of Venom's most deadliest enemies was undoubtedly the young journalist Gray Russell, who later became Pyre. Russell attempted to infiltrate an abandoned Hydra facility containing a super soldier pod. If you think it's Captain America, you gotta keep listening to this. While Venom was incapacitated by the Punisher, if you know who the Punisher is, he was unable to help Russell on an undercover mission which backfired when the Punisher came for him, if you want to remember. With nowhere to go, Russell entered the pod and hoped for the best. He came out as Pyre, which, look, I don't know which one is the correct name, okay, so forgive me. A superhuman with the ability to fire microwaves out of his hands. No, not microwaves as in microwave as you cook your food inside a microwave. A microwave is a radiation type, if you want to know. Not the microwave as in a electronic to cook your food, to reheat or heat something up with your food or something like that. Yeah, that one, a microwave radiation. The ability was devastating to Venom, who has an inherent weakness to heat. The fight appeared to cost Pyre his life, leading to Venom's massive guilt. He held the Punisher responsible, but before the two could settle the score, the authorities arrived and forced them to temporarily cancel their fight. Yeah, that's how it worked, if you want to know. Woohoo! And finally, and the number one who's in ranked of Venom's enemies is none other than Carnage! Eddie Brock's alien symbiote was enough for Spider-Man and the authorities to deal with. But it was cookies and milk compared to what its offspring produce. After merging with the insane serial killer Cletus Cassidy, the newborn symbiote became the entity known as Carnage. See why this music works? This music absolutely works! The creature's powers were amplified by Cassidy's insanity and bloodthirst, turning him into Venom's most deadly foe. Oh yeah, stronger and faster than Venom. Carnage possesses a host of unique abilities, such as projectiles formed from his own body, as well as the ability to form various weapons from his hands. With no moral compass to speak of, Carnage is pure destruction that requires Venom to channel all of his strength to defeat. And that is your top 10 of the ranking of what is, how that Venom's most diabolical enemies, if you want to know, because that is something that you like to think about upon. So, tell me, what do you guys think of Venom's top 10 enemies of what I just told you about? Do you like it or hate it? Mash that like button and or share this video if you guys love these type of storylines that you want to hear from the DC Comics, the Marvel Comics, and Japanese anime. Well, that works with the manga. And Power Rangers, Kamen Rider crossover, you name it, whatever works best for you in your favor of the book. So yeah, 10 things that is the 10 things Venom's most deadly enemies ranked. Venom's most deadliest enemy. 10 of Venom's most deadliest enemies. Do you like it or hate it? Mash that like button and or share this video. Just remember. And as your friendly neighborhood superhero who takes chances, making mistakes and getting messy, who likes peanut butter and chocolate and or breakfast for dinner, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. And see you guys next time for another episode of Arkham Twin Days. And also, before I end this video, we'll do an Arkham Twin Days special on the weekends. Yes, and I will throw in the Japanese anime for those who are fan favorites of Sword Art Online, Dragon Ball Z, and other Japanese anime and or manga or the TV series, whichever comes first, if you want to know, for that matter. So once again, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. And see you guys next time for another episode of Arkham Twin Days of every Tuesday and Thursday, and Tuesday and Thursday evenings only. So, friendship is magic for everyone, including here on Arkham Twin Days. Feels great to be back for the time being now, doesn't it? Woohoo!